Oasis Audio presents Metropolis by Thea Von Harbou. Read for you by Romy Nordlinger. Chapter 1. Now the rumbling of the great organ swelled to a roar, pressing like a rising giant against the vaulted ceiling to burst through it. Frieder bent his head backwards. His wide-open, burning eyes stared unseeingly upward. His hands formed music from the chaos of the notes, struggling with the vibration of the sound and stirring him to his innermost depths. He was never so near tears in his life, and, blissfully helpless, he yielded himself up to the glowing moisture which dazzled him. Above him the vault of heaven in lapis lazuli, hovering therein, the 12-fold mystery, the signs of the zodiac in gold. Set higher above them, the 7 crowned ones, the planets. High above all, a silver-shining bevy of stars, the universe. Before the bedewed eyes of the organ player, to his music, the stars of heavens began the solemn, mighty dance. The breakers of the notes dissolved the room into nothing. The organ, which Frieder played, stood in the middle of the sea. It was a reef upon which the waves foamed. Carrying crests of froth, they dashed violently onward, and the 7th was always the mightiest. But high above the sea, which bellowed in the uproar of the waves, the stars of heaven danced the solemn, mighty dance. Shaken to her core, the old earth started from her sleep. Her torrents dried up, her mountains fell to ruin. From the ripped open depths the fire welled up. The earth burnt with all she bore. The waves of the sea became waves of fire. The organ flared up, a roaring torch of music. The earth, the sea, and the hymn-blazing organ crashed in and became ashes. But high above the deserts and the spaces to which creation was burnt, the stars of heaven danced the solemn, mighty dance. Then from the gray, scattered ashes on trembling wings, unspeakably beautiful and solitary, rose a bird with jeweled feathers. It uttered a mournful cry. No bird which ever lived could have mourned so agonizingly. It hovered above the ashes of the completely ruined earth. It hovered hither and thither, not knowing where to settle. It hovered above the grave of the sea and above the corpse of the earth. Never since the sinning angel fell from heaven to hell had the air heard such a cry of despair. Then from the solemn, mighty dance of the stars, one freed itself and neared the dead earth. Its light was gentler than moonlight and more imperious than the light of the sun. Among the music of the spheres, it was the most heavenly note. It enveloped the morning bird in its dear light. It was as strong as a deity crying, "To me, to me." Then the jeweled bird left the grave of the sea and earth and gave its sinking wings up to the powerful voice which bore it. Moving in a cradle of light, it swept upwards and sang, becoming a note of the spheres, vanishing into eternity. Frieder let his fingers slip from the keys. He bent forward and buried his face in his hands. He pressed his eyes until he saw the fiery dance of the stars behind his eyelids. Nothing could help him. Nothing. Everywhere, everywhere in an agonizing, blissful omnipresence.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?